Hi there, students. A tome, a countable noun. Very often we use it tomes in the plural. A tome is a large, heavy book. She has written various tomes on this subject. Several weighty tomes. So a tome is a great big book, or one of the books in a work with several different volumes. Tome 1, Tome 2, Tome 3. But nowadays we use a tome to talk about a very large book, especially a scholarly one. Now, very often we use this word tomes to mean lots and lots and lots of information. So there were tomes of information about this. Yeah. I had to go through tomes of leaflets to find the right one. Okay, so a tome. I think we normally use this word informally but humorously, because otherwise tome is a fairly formal word. So a large heavy book, but a volume, an opus, a publication. But we use this word tomes to talk about lots and lots and lots of information. Yeah, because it's written in a huge, great big book, and that's the idea. I've had to write tomes of emails to these people to sort out the situation. Okay, so we're using it in a joking way. I think probably I would most commonly use this informally. Tomes of, just saying huge amounts of. Yeah, there are tomes written on this subject. Yeah, a hefty legal tome. A weighty tome, a huge, great, big book. I think a weighty tome, a hefty tome, an enormous tome. These are all probably collocations that I might use with it. Yeah, so, yeah, there are tomes of information in my channel. There are tomes of different words. I guess you could view each video as one tome or one installment and one volume of a book with many different volumes. Okay, so a tome, an enormous, great, big book. Let's see, a formality. So if he wrote, if you're going to use this verb technically as a huge, great, big book or one of a series, I think I'm probably going to give it 6.5 in formality. But if you're using it just to say huge amounts of information, maybe sort of like a hyperbole, then I think I would give it a 4 in formality. So more or less you use it anywhere. As to origin, it comes from the Latin word tomus, a section of a larger work, which comes from ancient Greek tomos, a roll of papyrus where things were written. They used to write on papyrus. And that itself comes from the verb temno, to cut or to separate. So a work in 6 tomes, in 6 separate bits. Okay, so tomes, one of a series of volumes or a large scholarly book, or a doorstep, yeah, a huge book that you use to keep the door open, yeah, or a doorstop. Yeah, the professor pulled an enormous dusty old tome from his bookshelf and looked through it. It's the beauty of internet. You don't need these huge tomes anymore. It's all here. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Tome and tomes.